Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your past life tarot reading. This is a timeless tarot reading, so whenever you watch this video is probably when the messages are most relevant in your life. All the tarot decks that I'm using and the meaning of their placement in this reading are listed in the description box below. So Aquarius, let's take a look and see who you were in a past life. And I'm really going to try to focus in on like your personality, really specific character, who you were, the life you lived. All right. We have transportation, Asia, galactic. Wow. This is a special card right here, Aquarius. This is a very special card right here. I'm going to draw some more cards before I even get into this, because this is what this is indicating is different for all of you, because this is a general reading. But wow, some of you super spiritual in your past life, the life that's coming through. You traveled sharing that, and I mean, this is Buddha right here. So if that speaks to you, there is your confirmation, and like that was your soul mission for that life, was to travel and spread spirituality. And it doesn't have to be that you were, you know, a monk or anything like that. It could have been any religion or spiritual belief system, and you traveled, and that was like your soul mission. So spiritual, holy cow. But I think there's another message here for some of you where I feel this is your roots, like where you came from. And you know, Asia, because there's a limit to the cards in this deck. You know, Asia is more than just, you know, like China or Vietnam or anything like that. This also to me includes India and some Middle Eastern countries. Okay, so if you have any connection to any sort of Asian heritage, or you're just attracted to it, there's a reason. Like, you know, in Japan, Thailand, Korea, Mongolia, there's just a lot of different heritages and cultures that come forth from this card. And I feel like this is where you came from, but you truly like traveled all over the world, and due to your travels and all your experiences, it really like enlightened you and opened you up to a lot of different things. Like, you had many experiences. So two very different messages there. Now I want to pull a card to look at your zodiac sign for this incarnation right here. Adept of Crystal. So this right here is a Virgo. This is my Virgo card to me in this particular reading. So strong Virgo energy in your past life. I'm going to say you were a Virgo. And for some of you, check your natal charts, and if you see Virgo as your south node, this reading is especially strong and intended for you, okay? Because your energy is coming through as Virgo. Some of you may have a lot of Virgo or Earth energy in your chart, okay? But along with being a Virgo and all that entails, which we'll get into that as we move through the reading and create more of the story of this past life of yours, we're going to pull a card to see, you know, look at your personality. Who were you? So we're going to pull a few cards for that. Yeah, and see just how he's holding that crystal. Some of you, so spiritual. Others of you, I think, were born into wealth and you had the luxury of like traveling and seeing the world. You know, some of you with this and travel and this coming out as an earth sign, some of you actually could have been famous as well. So we'll see what the cards reveal. Okay, so look at this, Aquarius. Holy bleep. Cosmos, this is like pretty much the same card. And I believe there's like 53 or 54 cards in this deck. So the fact that the Cosmos is coming out and you also have Galactic, oh my God, so synchronistic. And again, some of you were either extremely spiritual and you spread that message and you were so connected into the higher realms. Like that was your life path. There wasn't romance and all that going on. That was not your focus whatsoever. But for others of you, again, I feel like you guys were famous or well known. So let's keep pulling cards to get more information on who you were specifically. You're coming through as a Virgo, an energy that is very fertile and abundant. In the Map of Destiny readings, I labeled them as the manifestors because Virgos just have this magical way of manifesting and pulling resources out of nowhere. So it's earth energy. And then we have this like higher realms, like as high as you can go, energy times 2 and you're reading. So whew. Famous or super spiritual, that's what I'm going with. So let's see what more the cards have to add. So these are your traits for the good or the bad. We have protection. Yeah, kind of speaks to both storylines coming through here. You were very divinely protected. You also provided divine protection, some of you, because of this energy here. So let's pull some more cards. Oh, beauty. Yeah. You, Aquarius, were a very beautiful person. And based on the lineup of these cards, inside, extremely beautiful. Outwardly, you could have been quite attractive coming through as a Virgo. I'm not surprised. Okay, that's an earth sign. Very attractive, very beautiful. They have energy that's, you know, it draws you in because it's nurturing. And that's just the thing about any sign. Where you vibrate, it's not a conscious thing. It's not, okay? And some energies just vibrate at these levels and you're drawn into them, and that's the Virgo energy because of its warmth and its fertility and its healing, and it grows you. And Virgos are very spiritual. They are considered the most spiritual sign after Pisces, but in the earth realm, okay? So they're pulling that higher wisdom down and making it physically manifest. That is so what's going on here for you guys. And you were admired and you were loved and you were adored everywhere you went. And, you know, with protection here, you may have been like a guardian angel to others. Just your energy or your message, if you were on the spiritual mission, you know, you brought people to light, which allowed them to, you know, protect themselves from lower energies, because the higher you vibrate, the less you interact with those lower energies. And, you know, with this pairing of cards, I feel like you really helped people ascend their vibration. I don't want to say have a soul awakening or anything like that. I'm not feeling that. I don't feel like that's this energy. This is like a philosopher, a wise person showing the way, okay? But a person with such integrity and honesty and purity that, like, it just beauty, okay? Beauty. And in your presence, there's a feeling of safety and protection. All right, and it goes well with this Virgo energy coming through as the adept of crystals. I really like it so far, Aquarius. Wow. Such a beautiful pairing of cards. Whether it's spiritual, or you were famous, or you were just well-to-do and you traveled all over the place, you were known, okay? And you did travel the world. In this life, you may travel a lot or feel a deep desire for travel. So let's pull some Gaia Tarot here to look at what were the predominant experiences of this life for you, Aquarius. Because you have serious, like, higher dimensional connection, spiritual tie, like, where your consciousness emanates from, okay? You are of the Most High with this card. So I am not surprised to see extremely spiritual energy flowing through here, and this comes forth with you through any lifetime, because this cannot be broken, okay? So this higher dimensional allegiance connection is with you now, and it came out twice. I mean, come on, that's a huge confirmation and sign, and I think some of you watching this needed that, and that's why that happened. So if you did, Aquarius, if you needed that, there you go. There's the universe saying yes, okay? It's not me saying yes. These just came out as I shuffle when I feel to stop. The universe is saying yes to you. Here's your confirmation. So, wow. All right. Alrighty, Aquarius. Let's see what is going on. Death and rebirth, okay. Yeah, that would make sense, being a spiritual leader of some kind, helping people with that. Yeah, extremely intelligent. You were the master of your craft, whatever that craft was. You were at the top of your game as far as your wisdom and knowledge and what you had to offer about this. And this could be just life in general. Like I said, there's a philosopher in here, and this card just confirms that. Oh my gosh. Oh, holy cow. Yeah, just look. I just want you guys to look at the imagery in these two cards. Look at how powerful you were. Look at chakras are all aligned, all turned on. You are on fire. You were pure fire. And look, you see the universe in the background of this man here. And these two paired up, oh my God. Yeah. You guys were either extremely famous, okay? We're going to keep pulling more cards. That message just keeps coming through. With protection here, you may have needed a bodyguard. But you were either famous for something, or you, again, were this spiritual, religious figure traveling about. And with death and rebirth here, again, that goes back to that energy of helping others elevate the frequency of their vibration. Like, you help them transition into like a higher version of themselves, okay? Because you see the black skulls, the old version here is what's emerging, and it's coming from this golden egg, okay? Yeah, wow. And you knew your shit. Like, you were connected, and you were like magic. You know what I'm saying? You were like magic. So, oh my God, I just realized I got so excited about this because I just looked to make sure I'm following my reading. I was supposed to draw 4 cards here, and I didn't. And oh my God, so I snatched this up. Next card that would have come out, heaven and earth. Again, this is earth energy. And what did I say? What did I say, Aquarius? Connected into these higher dimensions and pulling it down to the earth plane. And it's like you walk the path between the two and make it manifest. Wow. And heaven and earth, confirmation. Like, I almost can't even speak. Like, stumbling over my words. Holy cow. Sometimes readings are just so on point in every single card, and it just blows my mind. Okay, so we're going to pull some Gypsy cards to get a little more information about these energies. You were clearly a very wise, intelligent being, like magic. I just feel like you were magic. You could maybe heal people or teach people how to manifest things for themselves, like the alchemy of life, the secrets of life, how everything really works, how we truly manifest. Because I honestly feel the information that's out there with the law of attraction, the law of this, the law of that, all of that, I feel like we're only on the like edge of how that all really works and plays into our destiny, our blueprint for this life and all of that. Like, we're barely understanding that. But you, in this life that's coming through, you knew how it all worked. Hell, you could have been a scientist of like the highest of high, okay, with this energy. But it's like you knew the secrets of life, like no question, because death and rebirth, like, yeah, you understood the cycle of life like nobody else could, and you brought this higher learning down into the earth plane. And I would not be surprised if some of you Aquarian souls sitting here watching this video aren't the forefathers who laid the ground for this path where, you know, breaking away from religion is becoming a more accepted thing, talking about your spirit, your soul awakening, spirituality. We are all one, we are all connected. Like, some of you Aquariuses, like, you were the forefathers of that. Like, you broke the ground and made that way. Okay, wow. So let's for the famous you folks out there, I feel this was like a rags to riches story based on death, rebirth, and then heaven and earth. Totally. I mean, oh my God. Death, rebirth, heaven and earth. Oh God, Aquarius. Like, I think some of you guys really helped people transition. And this is like almost too intense for me. Like, whoa. Okay, so let's focus and pull back down a little bit. We have the House, Sorrow, Messenger, Sighs. Yeah. Some of you, we have Sorrow and Messenger, okay? You helped elevate the vibration of others, okay? You pull them up out of their sorrow, out of their, you taught them how to see life from a different perspective of other than me. Because, you know, in all fairness, a lot of people are about themselves and quite selfish, and they don't even realize it, okay? It isn't until you get to a certain point within yourself in your own spiritual evolution in this lifetime that you recognize when you are being selfish or when other people are being really selfish, and you come to realize most people don't even know consciously that they are being that energy, okay? But you guys taught people through your wisdom, through your philosophy, how to see everything connected as one, and there really is no I or me, there's the all. You really brought that message home to people, okay? Because we have messenger here. So you were the messenger of the higher realms. So even if you were like a famous pop star, movie star, there's a million things you could be famous for, but even at that, you were a messenger. Think of like the Beatles, okay? They were very famous and everybody loved them, but if you really listen to their songs, they were giving a very spiritual message that comes from a higher realm, a higher dimension, a higher perspective of seeing the world. John Lennon is a good example to single out one of the Beatles, okay? So you were a messenger, whether you were this religious or spiritual figure, or you were famous on some level, you were a messenger of the divine. Whatever your craft was, that came through, and you were at the top of your game. But what I see here is, even though we travel all around and we uplift all these people and we are like the freaking shit, man, you guys are like, there's no higher, okay, than this energy. My God. With the house and sorrow, there, you also were very lonely. And if you were a spiritual figure, I can see, you know, there's no romance coming up in these cards. And I'm not surprised to see that, because if that was your life journey, your past, there's not room for that. And I think some of you felt sorrow and the longing for that at times. Others of you who were very famous, very well known, it's like, even though you did all this beautiful work, all this beautiful healing, inspiring, uplifting, whatever it was, however people connected to you, you were still quite isolated from that, okay? It's like everybody could love you, but you still felt quite alone, and because we have the house and the sorrow here. So you maybe just didn't feel like you connected well with anybody particularly, or whatever you were famous for just really interfered, and there wasn't a whole lot of opportunity for romance to bloom. But like an energy that is a perfect example would be Robin Williams. You know, he was a comedian, an actor, and he made us all laugh, and he was amazing, and he had amazing energy, and he was the freaking shit, the fire of being an actor, of humor, okay? He was at the top of his game, like, seriously, he's amazing. But he was so lonely and so sad inside and suffer from depression. You know, those who uplift and heal and inspire often end up feeling very depleted within, because not many people are there for those people, because they're the person being there for everybody else, okay? And that's just kind of their role. And that's because, you know, with this Virgo energy and then this lineup of cards, oh my God, Aquarius. So yeah, there's that element of everybody looks to you, everybody comes to you, but because you are of the Most High, where do you go? You can only reach out spiritually, and that left you feeling quite sad and alone, and maybe like you didn't quite fit into this world, okay? And coming through now as an Aquarius, I'm sure you can really relate to that energy and the vibration of that. So, wow, it just keeps, you know, getting, it just is still on point. So let's take a look at a Flames card here to look at your soul cycle, like what was going on with this life. Okay, so we have the Five of Flames. So, okay, Aquarius, for this particular life to be coming through, this is relevant to your existence now today, or it wouldn't be the life coming through. And with Five of Flames here, this is telling me that you we're halfway through this particular cycle of your soul. So if you were already this in this lifetime, I can only imagine what you are capable of achieving this lifetime. Okay? Whoa. If you doubt yourself, don't do it. You have this higher connection, energy, power that a lot of other signs don't have. Okay, this is the first time those two cards have ever come out together. So very special. You are only like halfway through this, like whatever this is about for your own soul evolution. This life was only halfway through the cycle. I cannot imagine how much higher you go from there. Whew. Very, very spiritual. But you know, the spirituality doesn't have to come through in this lifetime as being a guru or being all nice and fluffy and spiritual. It could come through your craft, your talent, what interests you. You could just be naturally wise. People probably call you a very old soul. And this lifetime, people come to you for advice, for help, all of that, because it's just your energy. It's part of your soul, okay? You're just in a new costume, adding to this energy that's already you. So it's pretty spectacular, if you ask me. So let's see what your financial looked like in this lifetime. Yeah, you were stable, but again, look at this. We have the Buddha pose again. So I feel as though you were comfortable in this life, like you didn't hurt for anything. And you know, most people think the 9 of Pentacles or the 10 of Pentacles, which is represented as crystals in this deck, are like the ultimate wealth card. Well, this here is saying you are comfortable and financially stable your whole life, which to me is the ultimate. And you're not worrying, you're not wanting for anything, you're comfortable. So you didn't have financial worries, I don't feel. No, you were, every need you had was met, okay? Bottom line, every need you had was met. So let's see what your relationships were like. Why do we have this sorrow here? And you know, honestly, some of you, because we have sorrow and sighs and messenger, there, for some of you, it could have been that you were in love with one person, like, and you just weren't with them for whatever reason, or you were waiting on them like all your life to reunite or something. So let's oh wow, yep. So whether you were this spiritual figure or you were famous and everybody loved your ass, you only were in love with one person, your twin flame. And I am not surprised based upon this energy, but I feel as though you were kept from them. Like you, for whatever reason, you couldn't be with them. If you were this religious figure, maybe that just didn't play in, okay? But you had a love for somebody, and you mourned them, you missed them, like you wanted them your whole life. And this coming through, again, you just didn't feel like you fit into this world, okay? And whoever this love is was like the one person that understood you and got you. And maybe you know, if you were a spiritual figure and you could have a relationship, perhaps the person you fell in love with was already with somebody else, okay? That could be this energy. If you were very famous, you know, that could be too much for a relationship. But what I get with this card is there was only one that you loved, and based on what's come out, you know, you guys weren't able to share your relationship. And it could be that you were I don't feel like it's like they didn't love you back and things like that. It's something about your life circumstances that prevented it, okay? That's the energy here. And I feel like they were with somebody else, to be honest, because you're waiting for them. So, let's pull a Orbs card, which is the Swords energy, to see what your biggest challenge was in this life. So we have the Seven of Orbs. It was, if you were this spiritual religious figure, it was very hard for you to stay on your path and not be with this lover, whoever this was, whoever you fell in love with. Now, it could be, like I said, because they were with somebody else, or your religion didn't permit you to have a partner based on the rank that you were, okay? And that was very challenging for you. Oh my God. So it's like you were this amazing being, this energy that is unexplainable. I could never articulate you, okay? That's, like I said, of the Most High. But and you're just amazing, and you heal people and you teach people, and you're just all that in a bag of chips. But the one you love, you can't be with, like, you can't have them for whatever reason, and that challenges the crap out of you. Like, some of you may have even considered walking away from all of that and doing the wrong thing, because perhaps this lover would have cheated if they were with somebody else. But I just feel the time frame of this is kind of more set in the past, like where there's tradition of things, and it just was forbidden for whatever reason, for whoever you were, whatever you were, because you were somebody important, Aquarius. Like, no matter what you were somebody important and well known, and whoever you loved, nope, you could not be with them. You couldn't, and it shows, and it's like it does not matter what you had without that, because that was your twin flame. Holy cow. Whew. Whew, Aquarius. So I'm going to pull some major arcana to see what karma comes with you from this life. Which, I should say, which energies are most relevant with you this life, from in the now, from this life here, for the good or the bad. Oh, no, no. Oh, you guys are all already going to know. This person that you loved, that you were kept from, it was forbidden, it was taboo. Twin flame, right? Didn't I say that? Yeah, they follow with you into this lifetime. And, I don't know what type of energy will play out between the two of you this lifetime, okay, based on one card here. But your twin flame, this person you were kept from, is with you in this lifetime. And, you know, they're your twin flame. So, wow. And you might have this sense of you were kept from them. Or maybe even in this life, it's like that's kind of how your energy's played out. But wow. Ugh, of course, right? Like, we should have saw this coming. Indigo energy. Yeah, again, you guys are still working on this spiritual mission, and here's the proof. Here's the confirmation. This is the indigo energy. This is energy from the higher dimensions, the higher realms. Like I said, you guys are the most high. Oh my gosh. And then we have Starseed too. Wow. You know, I have only seen this pair up one time prior before, and it was actually in the map of destiny for Aries. But what I feel about this for Aquarius, because it's sitting next to the Lovers, it's like you are indigo and your twin flame is starseed energy. And it's almost like an experiment. And you guys, I feel like this soul cycle here is more about your cycle with this twin flame, okay? And it's interesting because this is not the same frequency of energy. They are both high energies, okay? So perhaps that's how we can incarnate and experience each other as twin flame, okay? Is because in the earth plane, these are, you know, vibrating pretty much at the same place because the earth plane is heavy energy. But I feel like the reason why you guys have this distance is because of these two different energies, both very high, but both with, you know, a bit of a different mission, okay? This is about anchoring the new energies into the earth realm. The starseed is more about the teachings and the philosophies. Now, for some of you, this right here could indicate how much of a freaking master you truly are in the spiritual realm. Like, oh my God. But I really feel like this is talking more. And look at, oh my gosh. Yeah. See how this is like a child? So here's this man and he's holding this in his hand, and then like here's this child. So here's you in your past life, and whoop, here you are, Aquarius reincarnated. And because I just saw this connection, I'm sorry if I'm like going the cards, but do you see how it's like the same thing right there? So yeah, so what I feel here is kind of similar to, I believe it was Capricorns, where this life is very much similar to the life, the life that you're living right now today. This incarnation of you, of your consciousness, is living a very similar experience that this particular life right here is, okay? But this was in another like time frame, and now here you are existing in this time frame, and the energies are quite different, but it's still all the same energy, okay? Because with indigo and starseed here, and then this, I can't even, like Aquarius, I just can't even. And so when you are living pretty much the same experience as a previous incarnation of yours, what will be different is everything that played out in this life here will be edited when you transition. You will edit it, you will upgrade it, you will update it, you will change things to align it with the now. But many of the same characters are present in your life now that were with you this lifetime, including the love of your life here, okay? So, whoa, you are working on some intense stuff spiritually. Like, you're going to some dimension that I don't even know exists, okay? That's all I gotta say. Like, the cycle of your soul, what you are working on, you are like the Ivy League, okay? If I could express it in human terms, and like college, like you're Ivy League, like you are reaching for the highest possible star, the overachiever. Nobody could even come close to you. You guys are working on something, like I said, that I just have never seen. You're going somewhere else, and just the cards that came out and how well they played in with each other, and whoa. So Aquarius, that is your past life reading. I hope that you have truly enjoyed this reading and that it has spoken to you. Take care.